right back. John, you think it's important to wine and dine a woman on a first date?
It's not necessarily that important, I think. It could be a good part of an evening, but, you know, it's not the...
So you don't feel compelled? If you don't spend a lot of money on the date, you could still have a good time?
You got to be creative. Money shouldn't be that important.
Okay. All right. Well, we asked the ladies if they enjoyed their meals with you, John, and here's what they told us. One of them said, nothing makes a girl happier than a guy sucking up a fish taco. Second lady said, call Alpo. His food's only fit for a dog. Third lady said, try as he might, he couldn't get me to swallow his little spud.
Nothing makes a girl happier than a guy sucking up a fish taco. Had to pick. Connie.
Yeah.
There you go. What'd you guys do on your date, Connie?
We were at the cannery in Newport. We were eating appetizers, and I had these fish tacos that were totally grossing them out, and they were oozing all over the place. Like, get those away from me.
What kind of fish?
It was just like pollock, fried pollock.
I don't know what that was.
Totally disgusted him.
Call Alpo, his food's only fit for a dog, or try as he might, he couldn't get me to swallow his little spud.
Let's see, gotta pick it. Try as he might, he couldn't get me to swallow his little spud would be Sharon.
Yeah.
There you go. What does that mean, Sharon?
Well, we went to Knottesbury Farm and he wasn't in a very good mood because he was hungry. And he wanted these French fries and he just kept offering them to me and I kept going, no, because I don't like to eat in front of people.
You don't what?
I don't like to eat in front of people.
So every time you eat, you're by yourself?
Usually, yeah.
If a guy takes you out to dinner, do you just take your food into the ladies' room and just eat it there? In the stall so none of the other women see you?
At Christmas, I took my dinner in the kitchen while everyone else was in the house.
Jerry, you go to a lot of trouble to make these dates fun for these ladies?
No. Not really. Well, yeah. I mean, I took them like out in the night of a life of me.
Really? Yeah. I read that book. It's excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, well, let's see what they liked about A Night in the Life of You, Jerry. One of the ladies said the only moon that came out that night was when Jerry dropped his pants. Second lady said an evening of his songs, and I was singing Do Me Baby. And the third lady said, I love a man who knows how to aim his pee. So you tell me who said what, and we'll give you the...
An evening of his songs, and I was singing Do Me Baby. Had to be Gabriella.
Yes.
There you go. What'd you do on your date, Gabriella?
Well, that part of Do Me Baby, you see, he was driving in the car, and I like BBD, and Do Me was on, and I started singing it to him.
Let's hear it.
The time was 6 o'clock on the watch, no time to chill, got a date. Can't be late, hey, Jerry's gonna do me. Smooth, to the jacuzzi, my booty, smack it up, flip it, rub it down, oh no, that's it.
And a beautiful melody. What'd you do after you were singing? Did you eat in front of him?
Yes, I did.
Uh-huh. How much did you spend on dinner, first of all?
A lot of money.
Okay. So you were happy at this point, then?
Yeah.
We'll get to it later. Okay. The only moon that came out that night was when Jerry dropped his pants, or I love a man who knows how to aim his pee.
I love a man who knows how to aim his pee had to be Connie.
Oh. Too bad, Jerry. What did you say?
I said the only moon that came out that night was when he dropped his pants.
Really? Where did he drop his pants?
We ended up at this dive bar at the end of the night, and he thought he'd pay his respects to the bar. And he's walking it back at me, and we're leaving. This little scrawny bartender lady was at the door. She's all, bye. And we're walking out the door. We reached the car. I turn around. He dropped his pants before we came out of the bar and followed me out to the parking lot.
Was he wearing underwear?
So I moved the bar.
John, are you a romantic guy?
It depends on the girl. If they're naked, sure. It depends on the girl, not all the time.
Okay, we asked the ladies if there was any romance on your dates, and here's what they told us. One of the ladies said, his hot probing mouth made me whimper on the floor. Second lady said, I've had more thrills hugging my pillow. And the third lady said, I went for his whole body, but I wound up with his stick.
His hot probing mouth made me whimper on the floor would be Connie.
Yes.
Hey, there you go. Very nice. So you go to dinner. When did you start whimpering, Connie?
I was really embarrassed and I wanted to kiss him and I
Why were you embarrassed?
don't know, I just felt like a little kid, like on my first date. And I whispered in his ear and I told him. And not even 100th of a second, he threw his arms around me and just started making out with me.
She actually asked you if she could kiss you in your ear?
Sure.
That must have made you pretty happy. How'd your date end up?
It ended up really, really good.
I had more thrills hugging my pillow, or I went for his whole body, but I wound up with his stick.
I went for his whole body, but I wound up with his stick. Would be Sharon.
Yeah.
There you go. Where were you, Sharon?
Well, we got back from the date, and we got back to my house. And he didn't even turn the car off. He kept it running. So I was like, okay, I'll go.
Did you want him to turn off the car and come on in?
Yeah.
Well, why didn't you tell him?
She whispered in my ear.
Because that was your job.
You could have said something like, you know, come on and we'll have a bite. I'll be in the bathroom, but you can have a bite, you know. Jerry? How can you tell when the time is right to make a romantic move on a date, Jerry?
When they're in their lingerie.
That's usually a pretty good signal, Jerry. We asked the ladies if there was any romance on your dates, and here's what they told us. One of them said, my passion landed squarely in his lap. And then one of the ladies said, we're not really sure which, said, no dough, no go. And the third lady said the only thing that stopped us was the hair caught in our teeth.
This is a hard one. No dough, no go. Gabriella.
There you go. All right. Yeah. So what'd you do on your date? He spent a lot of money on you at dinner.
Yes.
Over $100?
I don't know. The way he ordered it, you know, he had this like French way of saying things, and he ordered me white wine, and I don't know.
Were you at a French restaurant?
Yes. The way he even says it, ask him to say la poubelle.
Say it.
La poubelle.
Hey, very French.
No, you said it differently last time.
All right, so you have dinner. He drops a wad on dinner. What happens after dinner?
Well, we went to his band. He was playing, and I met his parents. Yeah, I met his
Your parents are in your band? Mom on drums?
They're actually my roadies.
Thank you, good night! All right, so you met his parents. What happened after that?
Then we went dancing.
All right.
And then he went to my place.
Mm-hmm. What's her place like, Jerry?
Actually, we went to my house first.
Oh, okay.
Okay, we hung out with me.
Yeah. And what'd you do?
I think we watched a little TV. We watched a little.
What'd you watch?
Saturday Night Live.
Uh-huh. Who was the host?
I wasn't paying attention.
Why?
I was concentrating on his head on my lap.
Really? So how did the date end up?
Well, he dropped me off at my place. He spent a couple of minutes at my place.
Mm-hmm. So you could run a TRW check.
Yeah.
And then what happens?
He gave me a hug and a kiss on my cheek, and he left.
Okay. Romantic date?
I think it was. I really did. I liked his eyes, the way he was looking at me.
Okay, good. I'm glad you had a good time. My passion landed squarely in his lap, or the only thing that stopped us was the hair caught in our teeth.
My passion landed squarely in his lap. It had to be Connie.
Yeah. There you go. What does that mean, Constance?